All right, this one was an interesting game to me because I am playing against a grandmaster in this game, and I get move ordered out of the opening, make one quick move, and I'm a piece down out of the opening. So let's take a look at this, and everything's going normally. And there are a few different ways. Like one author recommends d takes c4 here. And when I analyze this position, I'm more of a tension-based guy. So I like bishop e6 and a3. Not seen this before, so g6, cd, and after bishop takes, queen e2 check. Critical moment. I did not sense the critical moment. I was like, okay, this just looks bad. So didn't even think, just made a quick move here. But there's only one good move for black, and that is knight e7 to maintain that bishop on d5. Takes, and this position is balanced according to the engine. You give up the f-pawn and you get play, and I gotta say I like black's chances here. In the main game, though, I played bishop e7. So why am I showing you a game where I have dropped a piece in the opening? A lot of people suffer from bad psychology of competition when they get in these situations. When you are up material, you simplify the win. Trade down is too generalized, because if you just tell some players to trade down, they're not going to interpret that you need to trade down, limiting your opponent's counterplay, forcing trades. By killing counterplay, they can never hurt you. You're just a piece up. Simplify the win. Now, when you are down a piece like I am here, this is a position where white is +6. And if I can do this against a grandmaster, you can do this against anyone, because a grandmaster is so much better of a player than I am. You need to keep tension. Try to make any threats that you can. Try to avoid trades unless it is completely killing your position. Keep things complicated, especially in blitz. In fast time controls, anything can happen. So I'm going to refuse trading queens. Very important here. And we've got some threats. I'm hitting the B pawn. I'm hitting the D pawn. So white decides to castle queenside. And see, to me, he probably relaxed. All right, this guy, he's a scrub. He dropped a piece out of the opening. This is going to be a clean mop-up. He's been doing this his entire career. With a little bit more thought, I think he finds queen b5, and that's the best move. But he castles, which handles both threats. Very logical and reasonable move. And say, okay, opposite side castling, I need to attack, so rook a c8. Knight a5, generating some potential threats. Queen b5, no, none of that. And all throughout here, bishop takes a3 is definitely a move that should be considered, but I want to keep tension best I can and generate more threats. So a6, rook fd8, b5. Can't take on b5 due to queen takes c1. Queen d7. And notice, not allowing any trades. White had to make a few awkward moves. Starting to generate some counterplay. Now I can't avoid all the trades here. He's got two attacks. He takes first opportunity to trade, and I'm capturing in a way to where I'm able to jockey the pieces to have more aggressive potential. Rook b8. Can't really move the queen off of b2. And let's use what we've got here, shall we? After bishop c4, I'm happy for you to take. I'd love a nice little fork. Knight c1. Now there's no fork, so let's go ahead and get out of there. b3. And finally, I'm starting to get somewhere here. Queen takes, rook takes, the knight on d3 falls, and I've got a winning position. Now, I will say that both of us were around 10 seconds all at this point, 15 seconds all. So the rest of the game is played at breakneck speeds. And that's why it's going to have a lot of blunders. Black can actually win on the spot here with a2, and this would have been such a better example game had I just played a2. But after queen takes, you have queen a1, where white's queen is falling and the game's resignable. But no, I played bishop h6, and I'm playing some forcing moves, and bishop takes c1 again wins because of a2. But I played a2, and now it's +5 for white again. So, very topsy-turvy game. Nope, no trades. No thank you, sir. Rook d8. And all I can do is slow down the inevitable here. No trades. Bishop f8. No trades. And finally, I decide to trade only after we get down to a few seconds. And this was me having less time than my opponent. We're at literal seconds, so understandably, these things happen where you drop pieces. So I'm still trying to keep tension best I can. And as this game comes to a close, my opponent runs out of time and the game is a draw for an objectively reasonable result after this opening blunder on my part, dropping a piece, me missing multiple wins after my opponent messed around in the middle game, did not simplify the win and make his life easy. This was a game that, even though I objectively should have lost out of the opening, I felt good about because my psychology of competition was right. I didn't just go, all right, I'm a piece down versus a GM. I might as well resign and get to the next game. I kept fighting, and I got the absolute most out of my objective chances in the position. So if you struggle with maintaining your motivation to still compete when you're sitting at the board or playing online, work on it, because it is definitely a skill that is needed for the master level. That'll do it for this one. Thanks.